Hello, everybody, and welcome back to that Eurovision site, Eurovision with a Slice of Life. I'm Shiloh, and today I will be reacting to the 6 entries competing to represent Ireland in Eurosong 2025. So I'm passingly familiar with a little bit of this. I remember Adgy from Eurosong 2023, I think it was. I don't remember the song, but I remember the name. I remember, he was definitely there. And I have heard some reasonably good hype about his and a few of the other songs, just, around in the online kind of sphere. So I am honestly pretty excited to see what Ireland are getting up to, especially because they are going to be trying to follow up that amazing 6th place with Bambi Thug and Doomsday Blue, which is going to be a really difficult act to follow. So I'm really excited to see what's in store. Up first, I will be listening to Run Into the Night by Adgy. We've got some traditional Irish music right off the bat here. I'm having trouble understanding what he's saying. I think it's the way his voice is flipping. This is a nice, easy listen. I don't know if it's going to be right for Eurovision. The way we're pulling back here, are we... Okay. We got a break here. The little hey, hey, hey is odd. This pre-chorus melody is nice. Somehow this song feels really long. Like, I know it's only 3 minutes, but it feels long. Okay, a little bit of vocal power here, a little bit of showing off. That was pretty enough. It's a nice song. It's very soft. It's very kind of calm. I think this would be a good song for like doing work to listen to casually. I don't know if it really has the oomph to make a good live performance, especially for Eurovision. It feels like it goes on a little bit longer than it actually does, which is not, I was feeling less than engaged, I'll say that. But it's still a pretty decent song. It's a nice listen. I just don't think it's right for this specific endeavor, if that makes sense. Up next is Bobbi Arlo with the song Power Play. Strong opening right out the bat. This is like a club song. I say, somebody who doesn't go clubbing. I like this spoken bit. She's pulling it off. Her voice is very processed. I can see why this was selected as a potential successor to Doomsday Blue. It's very intense. It's like almost futuristic, isn't it? So I can see why a certain genre of Eurofan loves that. I mean, I know it's really popular. I'm not in love with it. I mean, it's good. I can acknowledge that it's good, and I see why a lot of people like it. I think that just the noise level and the way that the sound, kind of bounces around, it's a little disorienting for me, and I don't love my music loud like that. I don't, like, regardless of the actual volume that it's playing in my headphones, just like the intensity of this is just like push, 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 push. And I think that me personally, would have appreciated just like a brief, like, kind of pullback to just sort of let us recover, Okay, up next is Reylta singing Fire. It's giving Aurora. I like the way this is kind of pushing this rhythm here in what I think is the pre-chorus. Okay, I wish there was a little more going on here. It's a bit witchy. A very different kind of witchy from Doomsday Blue, but witchy nonetheless. I like the way that the background vocals are being used here. I think they really add to the intensity. I like it. That was a little more to my tastes, if bordering a little bit on the weirder side. I think it was nice. I think it was very pretty. The one complaint I really do have is I wish that the chorus was more than just going fire, fire over and over. I wish there was a post-chorus or something that just had a little bit more of like a little more storytelling to it rather than being so vibey. But honestly, that might be my favorite so far. Now, up next is the song My Way by Samantha Mumba. The song melody is nice. I wish the instrumental would settle a little bit. Oh, this is very processed. We're speeding up, maybe? We're building and we're building and we're building. I don't know if this wave is gonna break, is the thing. I don't know, like, we're building. I don't know where the crash is. Oh, it's right here. The vocals are really in all different directions. For those of you listening with headphones to this track, the vocals are kind of like moving back and forth between the left and the right channels, at least to me. There's just so much going on. And then there's this weird, like, new disco ending. All right. I'm not crazy about this. I think that this is a song that really would have benefited from, like, kind of a less is more approach. The whole thesis of the song, you know, she's doing it her way, and there's a lot of, like, really constant change going on here in terms of the tempo, rhythmically, you know, volume, where the sound is coming from, the melody that she's singing, and it's all very disorienting. It's very disorienting. I can't really keep track of where we are in the song. I'm like, you know, how much longer do we have? It doesn't have the structure, I think, that you expect from a Eurovision song, which in some ways, I think that in terms of, like, the lyrics and the way that Samantha is singing, like, you can tell, like, this is a song that is supposed to go to Eurovision. The intent is that it's supposed to go to Eurovision. But I think the production just went so overboard that people just end up getting a little lost. So up next we have Emmy singing Laika Party. Oh, how national finals love a song about Laika the dog. And this is going to be another party song. Okay. Ready for takeoff. I have definitely heard about this brave little girl. This is a kind of song. Like, it's not, but this is a kind of song. Who wrote this? This song from Ireland, of all places, feels a little out of place. Like, this could be like an MGP entry, or like, yeah, it's like, this is like Nordic trashy. And I want to say that Emmy maybe is Norwegian? Don't quote me on that. If she's not, the editor can correct me in the comments. I'm fine with that. That's certainly one way to do a key change. I think that is a song that's maybe coming a few years too late. I think that this song really would have been more at home in the Eurovision of 2018, 2019 than it does in the Eurovision of 2025. I also feel that this specifically as a follow-up to Bambi Thug would just be like, it would give the impression that Ireland has decided not to care. And I don't think that that's true. It doesn't feel like it would be kind of a do I say this? I think just, you know, it's not. I want there to be a little bit more motive. I think, like, it's all well and good to have a song about partying and all of that, but I think that one of the reasons why Bambi Thug was so successful was because they were emotionally connected to what they were singing. They were connecting, you know, their emotions to the song, and there was a meaning to the song, there was an intention behind the song, there was an experience behind the song. Like a Party is a song about, well, there's a little dog in the sky and we're gonna party about it. And it's just a song about, like, going out and dancing. It's a song that you go out and dance to, and that's fine sometimes, but I think that for a song to succeed in Eurovision today, there has to be something more. There has to be something more, and this song doesn't have it. All right, and last but hopefully not least, we have NIYL with Growth. Little string intro here. Okay, now I'm on board. It took until the drums kicked in, but I'm with it. There maybe needs to be a little less of the riffs, I think. That's interesting, the little experimenting with the vocals there. I'm interested to see how this would get staged. One of the things that's interesting and compelling about this song to me is the way that the rhythms sort of move across bar lines, move across measures, both in the melody and in the instrumental. It really helps move the song forward, I think. Keeps you engaged. I'm not sure what they would focus on here with pre-recorded backing vocals. Like, what part of this would he be singing? Okay, this outro was fun. I like this guitar in the outro. I wish there was a little more of that earlier in the song, if I'm honest. Okay, that was interesting. This is a song that I'm very curious about. I wouldn't say that I'm, ride or die love it, but I think that this is something that could be good depending on, how it's staged and just how NIYL is as a live performer and the choices that get made surrounding that. I think that there is some potential here. It definitely felt like the shortest song to listen to, even though it was actually, on the longer side by a couple seconds. So that was good. If it feels like the time is passing by quickly, that means you're enjoying the song. It means you're engaged. And I feel that that was definitely the case here, more so than really many of the other ones. Overall, I think that this is a solid effort for Ireland. I really don't know what they should go with, though. I think that there are a lot of options that have similar amounts of potential, and they, I think that whatever they pick, there's going to have to be a lot of effort really put in terms of staging and in terms of like vocal choices and backing vocal choices and things like that. I think that is actually really going to be the key thing here. Just looking at this batch of songs, there's nothing that I'm extremely enthusiastic about, but I also think that it's not a selection full of bad choices. I think that there are things here that could do well if done the right way, and we just have to see if they get done the right way. All right. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, you can like it, you can leave a comment, you can also head over to the rest of our YouTube channel and subscribe. There are lots more reaction videos. We also have interviews with competing artists in national finals, including a couple from Irish Eurosong, some discussions, and more fun stuff. You can also head over to our home website, www.thateurovisionsite.com, for all the latest Eurovision news, rankings, interviews, editorials, and more. You can find the website on social media at @thateurosite. We are on most normal, casually, commonly used social media platforms at this point. We also have a podcast. You can listen to our podcast, That Eurovision Podcast, on our website. You can also listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or probably other podcast listeners as well. The podcast you can find on social media at That Euro Podcast. Thank you very much again for watching, and bye!